Hello and welcome back to NRC Q&A. I'm Angelica with National Research Center, and today I'm with Erin Caldwell, who is the Director of Research here. So Erin, we have a lot of questions that come from our clients and people who are just interested in survey research. And we got a really good question about, well, what other types of research and surveys and evaluation types of products and services does National Research Center do besides, something that's the National Citizen Survey that's widely recognized? What else does NRC do? What other kind of topics do we work on?
We work on a lot of different kinds of surveys and research. We do lots of surveys of residents that are very topic specific, maybe for a specific department within a local government or for a special district like a Parks and Recreation district. And in fact, we've done a lot of Parks and Recreation surveys. We recently completed one for the City of Westminster's Parks, Recreation, and Library Department. And we also last year completed a survey for the South Suburban Park and Recreation District that they used in their master planning efforts. They, used that survey as input into what they were designing.
Oh, that's really cool. So what kind of questions would be on something like that?
They would be a lot of questions about maybe evaluation of the current facilities, but also questions asking people what they might like to see the department or the district offer in the future, or maybe even their willingness to pay through increased fees or taxes if they want to build some kind of special recreation facility or something.
Oh, that's pretty neat. And what other kinds of topics do we tend to work on or have we done in the past?
Transportation is another big one for us. We do a lot of transportation surveys. A lot of those are, again, where we might ask people about their opinion or evaluations of the kinds of transportation facilities or options that people feel like they have in their community. It might ask about their preferences for what they'd like to see built in the future. Again, willingness to pay might be an important question. So we've done surveys like that recently for the City of Alexandria, Virginia, and also for the Wilmington Metropolitan Planning Council. That's called WillMapCo.
That one's kind of a mouthful.
That's a mouthful. But just so you know, it's not just necessarily local governments, but maybe conglomeration of governments like COGs or councils, planning councils. Another kind of transportation survey we do measures actual behavior of residents. For the City of Boulder, we've done a travel diary survey where residents keep a log of all the trips they make during a 24-hour period. And that gives, the planners some rich information about people's actual travel behavior. City of Boulder has like a almost 3-decade-long trend line for that.
And we're doing it for Fort Collins too, right?
Right, we just recently completed that. And one of the kind of exciting things for both the City of Boulder and Fort Collins, we have started testing using a smartphone app where people can use that smartphone app to record their trips that way rather than just, keeping it on a card or something during the day.
Right, that makes so much sense because everyone has their phone on them wherever they go,
and again, it gives the planners even richer data than we can give them off the travel diary because it might tell them the routes that people are using, not just, where they ended and started their trips.
Right, so technology is just thrown right in there.
Yes, for sure. Another kind of survey that we do are also in public works or utilities departments. So we recently completed one for the City of Tacoma's Environmental Services Department. And there we did, again, we're asking some questions about, how they felt about the services provided, but we're also asking familiarity with some of the different programs they offer. They want to see how widely known are these things that we're trying to offer to the community to maybe, reduce household waste or increase sort of green initiatives.
Right. So I guess, people tend to kind of know us from our benchmarking surveys, but how are these more made to measure research really different from that benchmarking template survey?
For these surveys, the department or contact that we work with really gets to decide what are those questions. So they have some need that they're really trying to fill that they need information for, and we tailor these questions or the study to really give them the answers that they can take action on for their community.
So then it's really specific in that way.
It's really specific in that way.
Okay.
We also do, just as examples of other kinds of research, all the examples I've given so far have been sort of similar in some ways to our benchmarking surveys in that they're surveys of residents of local communities.
Right, so whether it's like a transportation survey is going to the residents that are answering them?
Right. So we do some specific evaluation projects. So one that I recently completed was an efficacy study for a middle school science initiative, which was a partnership between science institutions like zoos and museums and public school districts, and looking to see, does that really increase the opportunities and interest of middle school students in science, and hopefully even impacting their science scores.
Oh, that is really neat. And making sure that students are getting more out of it.
Yes. And then another one that some of my other coworkers are involved in is an evaluation of teacher-based performance compensation systems. And again, that's, very targeted and kind of answering some different questions. Surveys could be part of that, but there's other kinds of measurement we do to look at that impact.
Wow. So, gosh, that's a lot. But thank you so much for answering that question. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to come back next time and we'll answer another question.